Are you curious to hear about what's actually happening in the South Jersey Shore real estate market? I'm here to tell you about the September 2022 real estate here at the South Jersey Shore. Hey, I'm Adam D with KW Realty and the Local Connect, and today we're going to be talking about the real estate market for September 2022. So last time you heard from me, we were seeing a little bit of a slowdown in the market, and I can tell you that was only temporary. Things have picked right back up. We're seeing a lot of multiple offer situations again. Prices have definitely increased in 2022. In fact, they've already beat all of the expert opinions for appreciation in 2022. We will see less properties sell this year from last year, but yes, last year was an extreme market. Now, we've been seeing a lot of conflicting information on interest rates, but I think we're probably going to see them stabilize a little bit, and they're probably going to remain relatively the same throughout 2023. Another thing I've seen recently is we had a lot of buyers waiting until after the summer because they had this expectation of more properties coming onto the market. That simply hasn't happened yet. Inventories remained very low. Because of that low inventory again, it's still remaining a seller's market. Let's jump into some quick data points to see what's going on in today's real estate market. As we approach the end of the year, we're starting to get a look at what the real estate market might finish with. And at the beginning of the year, a lot of the leading experts had a prediction of how much home prices were going to appreciate. They were very low on that prediction. They all came out and they changed their models or their forecasts for appreciation. What you can see is that it's a lot higher than everybody expected for this year. And we have certainly seen increases in home prices. That being said, they have not appreciated as quickly as they did last year. So a lot of people and even the media have misconstrued that to mean that homes are depreciating. No, they are not depreciating. The appreciation just slowed. They're not increasing as quickly or at the same rate. But that doesn't mean that homes are losing value. They're actually still gaining value. The mortgage rates you see on the screen may not be what you would pay on a rate, but these are the overall averages from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, for example. You can see is that they're not necessarily going to stay the same, but a lot of the leading economists and what their projections are going to be is that there's not going to be a whole lot of variability over the next year and a half or so. So we're seeing a lot of things hover in that 5 to 6% range. And here's just another way to look at that. Again, mortgage interest rates are very unpredictable right now, but if these leading economists are correct, it's kind of a safe time to jump back into the market as a buyer because you know that there are not going to be any major changes over the next year and a half or so. And here's a look at housing inventory again, or the number of homes for sale in the market. Yes, it has increased a bit, but it's still very low historically, and it's still a seller's market. We might get closer to that balanced or neutral market where things are even for buyers and sellers. But right now, in our market, in our area, it's still a seller's market, but inventory has increased a bit. Although one of the concerns was that it was going to increase significantly after the summer, and here we are in mid-September and we're still not seeing that. The latest home price insight report from CoreLogic says annual home price growth has lowered for the third consecutive month in July, but remained elevated, meaning prices are still increasing. As 30-year fixed mortgages neared 6% this summer, some prospective home buyers pulled back or took a break from the market, and they helped ease that overheated and unsustainable price growth. So we're not seeing that exponential increases anymore. Looking ahead, CoreLogic expects to see a more balanced housing market with year-over-year appreciation slowing to 3.8% by next year. So again, they're still expecting prices to increase, just not at a crazy rate any longer. So what does this all actually mean for you? Well, if you're a buyer and you've been waiting for more properties to come onto the market or for prices to decrease, it's just simply not going to happen, at least not in the short term. So if you're thinking about buying a house, now's a great time to do so. And if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling, well, now's the time to price your home right. While prices are still increasing, they're going to increase at a normal rate. We are no longer seeing the exponential price increases we've seen the last 2 years. Still a great time to sell, but I wouldn't keep waiting for prices to increase further. So all that is exactly what I'm seeing in today's real estate market here at the South Jersey Shore. If you love what you're seeing in these videos, please make sure to subscribe to my channel to keep you posted on what's coming up here in the Jersey Shore real estate market. If you have any questions, I'm here as your local expert, Adam D with the Local Connect and KW Realty.